Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Well, today I want to tackle a subject that some people have done, and most of the time the answer is no. Well, let's go through and take a look at it. Are credit cards, should we use mainline credit cards all the time, or are store credit cards still viable? Now, for the people that are in the cash and points game, 99% of them will tell you do not get store credit cards, and they'll give you a myriad of reasons, and I can give you a couple of them. In order to get the store credit card, usually there's no sign-up bonus, there's usually no cash back, and it is a hard pull on your credit report. None of those are a good thing. And you can only use them in one place. And I mean, there's a lot of restrictions. Now, let's look at this objectively. If you want to, let's as an example, let's say you're a contractor. And would it be worth it for you to have a Lowe's credit card? I mean, what if you saved an additional 5% on everything that you purchased? That would be worth it. Even if you only made 2% using your credit card, Lowe's has a sale going most of the time where it's 11% off. So if you stacked them up, now some people would say, well, why don't you just, use a custom credit card? Well, because they might have a $500 a month limit, which most credit cards do, even if you get it in that industry and that store for that amount of time. They usually run it for 3 months, and then after 3 months, the most you can run through there to get that percentage is $1,500. If you're a contractor, $1,500 ain't nothing. That's a one-day trip and you're done. But if you get a Lowe's credit card, then it might be worth it. If they're going to do this is my second video today, and I've got a bottle of water, and the thing keeps popping. I don't know why. Another reason that you might want to get a store credit card before you try for a mainline credit card, maybe you're starting out and you have no credit. When I was young, most of the people that started out went and got either a furniture credit card from a local furniture company, for no interest for 12 months or whatever it was, and then at the end they reported it, and now you had a credit report. So it might be a way to help you build credit, or if you filed bankruptcy and you're starting over and you can't get the other credit cards, maybe you'd be able to get a local credit card, especially if you know the owners. But make sure that they're going to report it. So starting out or rebuilding your credit, those are good reasons to try for a store credit card first. One of the things you need to check out on those credit cards is the minimum and maximums. Now, like the Lowe's credit card example I gave a minute ago, if they're only going to give you a $1,500 limit, then you're right, you may as well just use a MasterCard. However, if you're a contractor, I can't see them giving any contractor less than about a $10,000 limit. So if you made 2% on $10,000, I mean, you just made $200 over and above what you're going to make on the job. I can see that being a good thing. Another thing you want to watch out for is the annual fees. Now, most local cars won't, but there is one here in Central Illinois, and I don't know if they still do, but they used to have an annual fee on their credit card. So, well, the name of that business was Van Mar, kind of an upscale store, and they had a credit card they didn't charge interest on, but which was good, but you had to pay an annual fee to be able to use it. Well, I've gone over kind of the good points, bad points of a store credit card. And if you're watching this, you already know the good points, bad points about mainline credit cards. So let's talk about some of the conclusions we can draw to see if it's a good idea. As I said, if you have no credit, a store credit card might be a good place to start. If you, as we said in our Lowe's example, if you pull a $10,000 credit and you put that on your card for one job, you made an extra $200 over and above your job. That's definitely worth it. If you use a mainline credit card and you put $10,000 in there in 1 month, you're only going to get 5% of $500 because that's all they go. Or 2% of $500. Also, if you have no other credit cards, if you have paid cash for everything and you decided you want to get some credit, a store credit card might be a good place to start. And the continuous discounts, I know that some retail outlets say, you know, like an item costs $1, but if you have our credit card, it costs you 90 cents. That might be worth it, and that's on anything in the store. That might be a reason to do that. And and here's an idea. If you're that contractor and you're at Lowe's, and you've got a card that you can get 5% on up to $500, make 2 separate transactions. Charge $500 on the 5%, then put the rest of it on your 2%. That way you're maximizing your credit and using a part of a store credit card to stair-step your savings. And when you can do that, that's powerful. Another reason would be if they offered 0%. As an example, I said in a furniture example, the first set of furniture we bought many, many years ago was 12 months, 0% down. And all you had to do was make your payments every month. Pardon me, I'm going to get a drink of water. And all you had to do was make your payments for 12 months, pay it off in the 12th month, and you were good to go. Now, there was penalties if you didn't make it, but the whole point of doing that was to establish credit, which is why we bought our furniture, actually. Because we went to buy a home, and I had no credit because I paid cash for everything. So they told me I had to go out and get credit, so we went out and bought a living room suit. Whatever. We got our credit, we got started. But my oldest daughter still uses this, and in fact, not using a credit card, but she does this when she buys her cars. She buys them for 0% for 5 years. She's got outstanding credit, by the way. But that's the point of having good credit. So if you can get a store credit card, and because you have that credit card, you get 0% interest for X amount of time, that's a good idea. So there can be good reasons for having a store credit card. I'll give you another example, and this one is when I got one. About 10 or 15 years ago, when I started making videos for YouTube, I needed a camera. So I went to Sam's Club and got a camera, and they had a big note in the display of the cameras I was looking at that said, if you apply and receive a credit card from, I think it was MasterCard, you get 50% off of this camera. Now, I had no money. I was going to charge this credit card, or charge my card for this camera so that I could get started making videos and make payments on the credit card. That was my plan. So I got there and I thought, wow. And I believe the camera was like $200, $150, $200 or something like that. And I got $50 off of that just for getting the credit. Yes, please. And I've still got that credit card today. But there can be reasons. Because if I'd have got 10%, or let's just say 5%, because that's the maximum you can usually get. Let's say you got 5% on that $200 camera. Okay? I got $10. If you have a really nice, 10% card that you're paying a $695 annual fee on, and you got 10% on that $200, it's $20. But because I applied for a Sam's credit card, I got $50. That makes more sense. So there are, in my opinion, there are good reasons, there are good situations where it does make sense to get a store credit card. Now, does that mean I would get them all the time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But if you can use it in a way that you can make money or make additional money by stair-stepping it with other savings methods, then by all means, I think a store credit card can be a good tool in your toolbox when it comes to saving money and putting together good savings on a decent sized purchase. So I disagree with a lot of the main credit card guys out there. They all say no. Don't waste your time with store credit cards. As a general rule, I agree, but as I have said, there are situations where it is advantageous to have a store credit card, i.e. Lowe's or Sam's or buying a car. That's all I wanted to talk about. You guys have a great day, a great week, and happy investing.